Hey, what's going on? Well, we're on our way to our first gig, 2011, actually a wedding today, in Navarre, which is just to the east of Pensacola. We've done events in Navarre before, so that name probably sounds familiar to you. Actually, the wedding where I did the shoe game was in Navarre, and I've done a couple of weddings out there at beach houses out in Navarre as well. So anyway, we're on our way out there right now, just heading down the interstate. It's a beautiful day here, and it looks like it's going to be about near 70 today, which is, well, warm for us this time of year. Okay, we're here to set up. We got about, I'm going to say about another 40 minutes or so before the ceremony is supposed to begin, so I'm actually set up early. I always like to make sure that I'm set up pretty early. But anyway, we're here at the Museum of Commerce. We've been here before. And over there's our famous stoplight that we always like to look at. My setup is right over there. And look, I got my Pro booth up. Look how much nicer that looks. I love how that looks. I hide everything behind there and I don't have to worry about it. As far as lights go, I've got the Revo 3 and the Revo 4 out on the sides of the table there. And then you can see that I've got the Revo Suite and the Galaxy 3D underneath there, right in front of these.
Take it back now, y'all. Forward hops this time. Right foot now. Left foot now. Cha-cha now, y'all. Cha-cha again. Cha-cha again.
As we speak, let's just take a look at that. See it going on out there. I need my cordless mic wouldn't reach that far out, so that's why they're not using my cordless mic. You can hear the pastor pretty good from out there. And my speaker right over here. I know I'd probably get some comments saying, why didn't you move the speaker closer, get a second sound system? Well, actually, that one speaker, I didn't even have it cranked up a quarter to what it could do. You could hear it really good right out there. So there's no problem at all with the sound, that's for sure. I've done that plenty of times, and yeah, we've never had a problem with that at all. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Scott and Kelly's wedding reception and ceremony this afternoon. My name is Stacy Knowles of SNDJ Entertainment here in Pensacola. Glad to be with you guys this afternoon. I'll be serving as your MC and your DJ this evening. And we'll be recognizing our bride and groom as soon as they're finished with their pictures, but in the meantime, you guys just feel free to socialize. Thank you.
You might be a redneck.
Okay, it's 3:30 now, and I'm getting ready to get loaded in. But before I do that, I've got something I need to tell you, and this is probably going to be one that's probably going to generate a lot of comments. I can almost guarantee. We'll probably be talking about this one for a while. But I got here and walked inside to see where I'm going to be set up, and found out that the power's out, and they don't know when it's going to be back on. They don't. Apparently, the power's out all over this entire base. You know, we're at an Air Force base, and they said that if it's a transformer, it could be out for up to 4 hours. So we don't know what's going to be happening, but it's not really going to affect the ceremony too much because the ceremony is going to be outside out on the bay, and you know, they're not going to require any electricity for that, but it will have some problems as far as the reception goes. But you know what, I decided I could wait on loading my equipment in, but I've got a long load in, and so I decided, well, at least I'll just go ahead and get some of it in there, and then if the power comes back up, we'll just see what happens from there. Okay, I'm standing in the dance floor area. The power did come back on, thank goodness. It came on just a little bit before 5 o'clock, so I was able to go ahead and finish getting set up. But anyway, here's a look around. Got some up lighting. set up. Okay, it's about 6:20 in the morning now. On a Saturday, we're headed to downtown Pensacola. Boy, look at that sunrise over there. For the Ronald McDonald House Firecracker 5K run, this is the first 2 gigs I'm doing today. I'm actually doing 2 gigs in 2 separate cities. Got the Ronald McDonald House Firecracker 5K this morning, which is my 3rd year doing that. Then we got to go to Mobile later on today for a wedding, so we'll be talking more about that later. And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to beautiful Seville Quarter in downtown Pensacola for the Ronald McDonald House Firecracker 5K run. My name is Stacy Knowles, owner and program director of SNDJ Entertainment, right here in Pensacola. Glad to be with you guys for our 3rd year in a row. And we'll be getting some dance music started here in just a second. Before we do that, we want to go ahead and thank our sponsors today. First of all, our signature sponsor is a Carson Lovell Incorporated. Our gold sponsors are Mariana Air Motive, also Pods Running Wild, Sacred Heart Children's Hospital, WEAR ABC3, and WFGX MyTV 35. Also our party sponsors, Combined Insurance Service and Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Okay, we're headed for round 2 right now, and of course if you've seen the gig log from earlier today, I did the Ronald McDonald House Firecracker 5K run, and now we're on our way to a wedding in Mobile, Alabama. Right now we're in rural South Alabama right now. We're probably about another good 30 miles from Mobile, you know, and so that's about as far as we got to go. Look how that looks there with the gobo projector. I think it looks really well. It looks like the ceremony is just now ending. But this is kind of what I get to look at tonight. Had a little bit different table. It's actually a square table as opposed to a rectangle table, but you know, you work with it, you make it work. So no big deal. I actually feel like I've got a little bit more room on here than I would the big long rectangle tables. Okay, now you know I could not come to Alabama without playing this song. Come on now.
What's the next song?
Electric Slide.
I gotta get her to
Electric Slide.
You gonna do Electric Slide?
How's that?
We can get a song for her.
Okay, you'll do the Electric Slide?
No more than this? That's fine.
Alabama. The rain that you're looking at right now, you can tell it's a pretty nasty day, but this is all courtesy of Tropical Storm Lee, which is out in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico, so this is some of the outer bands of it that we're getting here. All right, we can tell we're getting close to Alabama. Look at this. This is all from the tropical storm. We're right along the beach, as a matter of fact. This is Perdido Key, Florida right now, and yeah, I'm having to work to keep my van from blowing. The wind's just blowing all over the place. Look at this. Now, the Gulf of Mexico is just right behind these buildings right here. Well, good afternoon. We're on our way to our first gig of 2012 and also the first gig in the new van. And you know, I had a couple comments about when I was talking about the van. People want to see how I got my equipment in here. Well, I'm just going to shine the camera back there in the back. I don't know how well you can see that because I'm not able to look at it. But all the seats fold down, so I was able to, you know, get all my equipment in here. I'm going to have to work on that a little bit because I'm not used to having all the seats fold down and, you know, trying to configure the equipment a little bit better. But you know, for now that works out good. Uh-oh. What happened?
Y'all call it Soldier Boy. Punch in, punch back 3 times from left to right.
Okay, we're here in the setup. Let me show you my setup real quick. We're up here on the stage tonight. Look at that. There's Meg over there. She's sitting behind the DJ table. She's my personal assistant tonight. Now the uplighting you see, these are actually not my lights. The only lights that are mine are the lights right there behind under the speakers, and I've also got my megapixels behind that little scrim thing there. So those are, but the rest of the lights here are just mine specifically.
Speedo trying to tan my cheeks. This is how I roll. Come on, ladies, it's time to go. We headed to the bar, baby, don't be nervous. No shoes, no shirt, and I still get service. Watch. Girl, look at that body. Girl, look at that body. Girl, look at that body. I work out. Girl, look at that body. Girl, look at that body. Girl, look at that
Okay, this is a special request from the man himself, Santa Claus. So I just told everybody on the microphone that I better play it because if I didn't, I probably wouldn't get anything for Christmas from Santa Claus this year. So look at him, he's having a good time out there.